The terror attacks have made security a top issue in the race for the White House. And with one of the Paris attackers believed to have entered France as a supposed refugee, candidates are raising concerns about President Obama's plan to allow 10,000 Syrian refugees into the U.S. Julianna Goldman is in our Washington bureau with more on that. Good morning, Julianna.
Good morning. Well, Democrats have decried Trump's latest controversial comments, but it's rare to see Republican candidates uniformly criticizing the Republican frontrunner on national security. Many have taken on hawkish positions in the wake of the Paris attacks. Most, like Trump, Ben Carson, John Kasich, and Marco Rubio, say Syrian refugees should be barred from entering the U.S. Others, like Jeb Bush and Ted Cruz, they say only Christian refugees from Syria should be allowed in.
I was signing books, and there was music blaring in the background, and people were screaming to sign books and sign different things, and he was asking questions.
Donald Trump tried to tamp down the uproar over his apparent endorsement of a national registry for Muslims on Fox News Friday.
But certainly I'd want to have a database for the refugees, for the Syrian refugees that are coming in, because nobody knows where they're coming from.
Trump's latest controversy stems from these remarks.
Oh, I would certainly implement that. Absolutely.
He was responding to a question Thursday about whether Muslims in the U.S. should register in a national database. On Friday, he also tweeted, "I didn't suggest a database, a reporter did. We must defeat Islamic terrorism and have surveillance, including a watch list to protect America." But other than the tweet, he largely stayed away from the controversy during the day Friday. That only fueled his opponents, who spent the day condemning his comments.
I find it abhorrent that Donald Trump is suggesting we register people.
And those who want to divide and impose tests, religious tests, where people are going to go and register, we don't need division in America. We need to be united.
Retired neurosurgeon Ben Carson, who, like Trump, has risen to the top of polls as an outsider, was less critical, saying there should be a national database, but not limited to Muslims.
Well, hopefully we already have a database on every citizen who's already here. If we don't, we're doing a very poor job.
Carson's comments came a day after he compared Syrian refugees to rabid dogs. Now, Donald Trump still hasn't said whether or not he supports a national registry for Muslims. Anthony's civil liberties groups say such a database would be unconstitutional and a violation of religious freedoms.
Julianna Goldman in Washington. Thank you, Julianna.